If you like Cinderella stories where the main character gets violently slapped by the contrabitas, or a stolen child who grows up being bullied by her adoptive sisters, or maybe heart-wrenching hospital scenes just when you thought the drama is finally calming down, then Filipino teleseries might be a good match for you. This is Dissecting the Cliches in Filipino Telenovelas, where we talk about the cliches in the history of Philippine television. Episode 1. The transition from radio to TV. But first, let's talk about how everything started. Before television was introduced in the country, the main source of entertainment of Filipinos was radio soap operas, which first came out in 1938. Among the popular ones is The Gulong ng Palad, which was also adapted into a teleserye later in the 1960s. TV was introduced in the Philippines by Americans. James Lindenberg was the first to receive a broadcasting license from the government. After that, it was a whole mess with media companies trying to hop on this new television bandwagon while competing and merging with each other. Story short, after ABS and CBN became ABS-CBN, they launched their first TV soap opera titled Hiwaga sa Bahay na Bato, which tells the story of a disfigured hunchback man who meets and falls in love with a beautiful woman, kind of like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, except of course the family of the beautiful girl should be filthy rich hacienderas for that signature Filipino soap opera goodness. And then in 1964, Santa Zita and Mary Rose aired on television, with mostly house helpers tuning in at the show and consistently broke the fourth wall to address audiences and talk about the episode's morals. Both soap operas made way for the growth of television and had the characteristics of a radio soap opera, but unfortunately the growth of the medium was halted when authoritarian Ferdinand Marcos established his regime within the country in 1972. After his fall in 1986, the art of television media was brought back to life and ABS-CBN became a constant competition for GMA, which created a duopoly as each network tried to outdo each other. Flor de Luna from ABS-CBN and Annalisa from GMA gained tremendous popularity that they became the formula for storytelling. These eras' teleseries were full of family dramas with young girls dealing with domestic struggles and experiencing the trials of a protagonist as they find their way back to their families, which can be compared to a modern-day Cinderella story. Gosh, Filipinos really loved Cinderella stories. This was also the root of all cliches: switched babies, rags to riches and vice versa, jealous and possibly abusive family members, cheating spouses, or gifted kids that are surprisingly not noticed much in the normal environment they're living in. Why Filipinos loved these intense and heartbreaking plots just as they came out of martial law is such a mystery. This is just the beginning of our discussions about the long-running cliches in Filipino teleseries. In the next episodes, we are going to show more TV tropes and classic soap opera lines, because you're nothing but a second-rate trying-hard copycat. Stay tuned to Dissecting the Cliches in Filipino Telenovelas. Bye!